This video is about adding contact information to Skrol. Most people, myself included, hate doing this work because it's so tedious and time-consuming. Fortunately, not so with Skrol, because there are 10. Yes, you've heard me right. There are 10 ways you can do it without typing. Let me show you each one of them. First, you can ask people to add their information to Skrol remotely. Let's check this out. Here is an incomplete record of Edwin Roberts. Let's open his folder. The only information I have is his name, job title, and email address. Let's open the Update menu and select the Send Update Request command. That's all it takes. In a few minutes, Edwin will receive my email with a personalized subject line. Edwin, please confirm your information in my address book. He will read my message, click on this link, add his photo, and complete the fields that he wouldn't mind sharing with me. The section with his name, company, and job title, and phone numbers, his email, website, his favorite social networks and chats, his work address, his date of birth, and the name of his spouse. He can also add a personal note to me. Hi Leah, thank you for your request. Soon after he clicks the Update My Info button, the update icon on my laptop will change, so it's hard to miss. Let's select the Show Updates command. Here, I can see Edwin's record of my request's status, if he hasn't seen it, when, what to do, his note to me, and delete them from the list. Let's click the Review link to open his folder. The fields in blue are new additions. The ones in red are edits, and the fields with overstrike are deletions. If you like, you may accept or undo any change by clicking inside the field and selecting one of these two options. Let's accept the position field. Once satisfied, click the Update button. Done. Like with Edwin, you can request updates from a group of several people, such as family or friends. When using this powerful tool, please send update requests only to people who you know well and wouldn't mind sharing their information with you. Second, if you have contacts in other apps or spreadsheets, a near effortless import module will help you add them to Skrol in minutes. I'll use the Import from File command to open it. You have a choice of comma-separated values, tab delimited fields, Excel spreadsheets, and Apple vCard exports. Let's open an Excel file that contains the U.S. Congressional Database. The app automatically determines the content of each data column and assigns a matching Google Contacts field. Next, let's select Formatting options for your import. You can automatically add prefixes to names, such as Mr. or Miss. You can instruct the app to split names into the first and last names to improve search and mail merge. You can import North American phone numbers in one of your preferred formats and several other options. Now, let's proceed to the next step and verify our formatted import. Here, you can see what information will look like inside Skrol after completing the import. You can also edit fields as you would in a spreadsheet. Or remove some names from the import. Let's now select the final import options. You can instruct the program to add new and update existing contacts, or add new and skip existing contacts, add new and replace existing contacts, or add all records as new. These options are essential when consolidating several files into a single contact database or routinely adding new contacts from different apps and services. That's all it takes to complete an import, no matter the complexity of the source file. Let's click on the Finish Import link to complete this process. A final click on the Start button, and 3 minutes later, you are ready to use Skrol. Please note that after importing, all new contacts will become accessible from your phone and Gmail because they all share the same Google Contacts database with Skrol. Third, you can transfer contact information from emails to Skrol without typing. Here is a new email from my colleague Edwin. Let's open it and check out his signature at the end. As you can see, it contains his photograph, name, position, company name, work address, website, email, phone numbers, and links to his social sites. Let's open a sender sidebar on the right. Then, let's select this information and click the Add to Skrol command here. The app switches to Skrol and opens this window with all but one field correctly recognized. Here are his email, first and last names, company name, work address, phone numbers, and website, and all 4 social sites. His job title on the left wasn't recognized. Let's move it into the position field and click this button to add it to Skrol. Here is all of Edwin's information inside the new folder. His photo from Gmail, his first and last names, company name and position, all 3 phones, email, website, all 4 social networks, and his work address, all added in just 30 seconds with 0 typing and no errors. The next time around, you'll receive an email from someone belonging to your organizer. Invest 30 seconds of your time into adding their information to Skrol. Fourth, you can add relevant contact information from any web page into Skrol with just a few clicks. Let's open the website of Congressman Colin Allred from the sidebar and go to the About page to add his phone numbers and district office address in Richardson, Texas. I'll highlight this information. Click the right button to open the Scroll Tools menu and use the Update Current Contact from Selection command to switch over to Skrol. The app opens Mr. Allred's folder, along with his capture window. Let's review this information for accuracy. Here is the address in Richardson. Here are the phone numbers. And click the Add button. Here again are the 2 new phone numbers in Richardson and the office address there. All done in seconds without any typing. This way, you can also add notes, photos, page links, or create a whole new contact from the information on the web. Fifth, you can copy and paste contact-related information from any document directly into Skrol. Here is how this function works. First, let's go to the Google Docs folder and open the Joe Courtney biography with Congressman Joe Courtney's contact information. Next, I'll select his contact information, including a photo, and click the right mouse button and select the Copy command. Let's switch over to Skrol. Click the New Contact icon and select the Paste from Clipboard command. The browser security requires entering the Ctrl-V command. Here is all the information from the clipboard in the format that matches Skrol. Mr. Courtney's email, his photo from the document, title, first and last names, and position, work address in Washington, D.C., phone numbers and website, and Facebook and Twitter user IDs. The app didn't pick up the United States Congress as his place of employment. No problem. Let's drag this field into the company name field. Added. Finally, click the Add button to create a new folder for Congressman Courtney. As you can see, all is done in 52 seconds and with 0 typing. By the way, this magic is driven by the artificial intelligence agent built into Skrol to recognize names, titles, positions, emails, websites, phone numbers, addresses, social sites, and break them all down into appropriate fields. Sixth, you can drag and drop vCards directly into Skrol and add them to your phone to accomplish the same. Let's open File Explorer, select Senator Tammy Baldwin's vCard, and drag and drop it onto the Skrol page. As you can see, all of the available information, including her photo, is added to the folder automatically. You can now review and edit all fields inside and assign Ms. Baldwin to the Senator and Democrat groups with just 2 clicks inside the group's list. 7th, you can find and connect people to their social profiles with a near zero effort. Let's now connect Senator Baldwin to her Facebook page. And here is how it works. First, I'll click on the Social Action menu and select the Find On sub-menu. Second, a click on the Facebook command finds her on Facebook. Third, I'll open her profile page and click on the scroll extension icon. Finally, the last click on the Add to Scroll button opens her folder with her Facebook ID already filled in. As you can see, it took just 15 seconds, and I didn't need to use a keyboard once. To see Miss Baldwin's Facebook profile again, click this icon. This technique will work with all other major social networks, and just as fast. The next time you are about to meet a friend, a colleague, or a client, use this tool to get updated on the most recent happenings in their lives. You'll be surprised how much better your meetings will go. 8th, you can use your smartphone for adding new people to Skrol because both share the same Google Contacts database. In this example, I asked Edwin to email me a QR code with his contact information. Here is how it works. First, let's switch to Edwin's MacBook Air. Second, he'll open his folder with the Control-I command. We designated the letter I for this shortcut because you may be using your folder often. Third, Edwin will open the Share menu and select the Send QR Code command to open this window. Fourth, he'll click the Options button to add the relations and the note information to his code. Finally, he'll click Send to open the Compose window with his QR code already in and will write my email address along with a brief note. Hi Leah, here is the information you've requested. A click on the Send button completes the process on his side. Now, let's switch back to my laptop and open his message in Gmail. Next, I'll point my iPhone's camera to read the QR code. I'll touch the banner to open and review his record in the iPhone Contacts app. I'll select the Create New Contact command. And finally, I'll click Done to save Edwin's information inside the iPhone's Contacts app. Because my phone is connected to my Google account, his information will also appear inside Skrol. Let's check it out. Here is Edwin's folder with all of the same detailed information as on the phone. I wish all things in life would be so quick and simple. But let's say I met Edwin during a networking event and he handed me his business card. No problem. Here comes the 9th method. I'll use a business card scanner to add his information to Skrol. All I need to do is align my camera with his card and click the Shutter button. As you can see, the app successfully scanned all of his information. Now, let's go back to the web app to see Edwin's record. Here it is with the same information right from his business card on my iPhone. Finally, the number 10 method is for web developers who would like to integrate Skrol with their apps and services. Since Skrol is storing all of the contacts inside the Google Contacts database, you can use Google's own People API to connect to the same information. One last thing. If all the above 10 methods fail, you can always add contact information to Skrol the old-fashioned way, by typing it directly into the list view or a folder. Regardless of what method you'll use for adding contacts to Skrol, all of them will appear on all computers, tablets, phones, watches, and car apps connected to your Google account. Just as important, all of the contact information that you so diligently compiled over the years is yours for life, always secure, always backed up, and always available on any device, in any app, at any time, and from anywhere, because it is stored inside your Google account. Thank you for watching, and happy scrolling!